Good morning, Blue. Ooh. Welcome back, guys. Today we have a project for Blue. Blue's gonna be getting a brother. Yeah, we're gonna build them a little, we'll call it the dog barn project. Reason why we're doing that is because Bo is the new dog. This is Blue. And Bo's gonna be a rescue, so they don't really know how Bo's gonna interact with the house and the other animals inside the house. So they want to build a little something for them out here so that they can stay warm, protected in the rain and all that. And that gives us the perfect opportunity to utilize a gift that my family and my girlfriend got me. Milwaukee, baby. Framing nailer right here. So we're gonna be able to put this to use. This is the 21 degree. We're sporting a high output battery. Thank you, Paulo and Ashley. What you gotta do is actually clear out the trailer over here, go pick up some supplies at a premium price, because you know how it is, COVID-19. So without further ado, let's get down to the frame. All right, bit of a 1 week hiatus there, but we planned to get the wood last week and then a whole bunch of stuff happened. Regardless, it's a better day today. Let's start with the order of operations for today. First step, lay down those blocks. Well, actually, first step is get the materials, but second step, lay down the blocks. We're gonna frame the floor, which we're gonna be using just standard framing practices today. There's a lot you could do with this as far as making it last longer, building it in different ways. You could use screws, you could use nails, you could use a nail gun, you can use a hammer. Today, we're gonna be using galvanized nails. We got a case of 1,000 21 degree galvanized. These are 2 3/8, so they're actually a little short. Paul got another box of nails. These nails are 21 degree smooth shank, and these are galvanized. So that's what we're gonna be using for majority of it. First, we gotta crown the wood here, which is just, you know, crown up always. Shout out to Matt Bangs Wood, because a lot of this information I got from him. He's a framer. Go check out his channel. There's like a core sample through this piece of wood. Look at that. Look at that little thing. Like I said, many materials that we could be using right now, pressure treated, all that, but we're just using some kiln dried 2x4s, mostly because we want to get this up quick and it doesn't need to last a long time. But I would recommend, you know, pressure treated wood on the bottom section, which we're going to be building first. We're going to crown it, and then we're going to measure out where we're going to put our studs, and we're just doing 16 inches on center. All right, so 15 1/4 and 16 3/4. It's going to be 31 1/4, right? I just ate, but for lunch, I guess we should plan for that. All right. So we've just tacked in the outside pieces. They're not perfect, but that's okay. This isn't gonna be a perfect house. It's meant for a couple huskies. So now we're just putting in the center pieces, and we need to adjust the block to make sure they're in the right place. It's looking pretty good. I think we might get more blocks in the center just so it doesn't warp. Now, like I said, you could do different types of wood. Pressure treated obviously is always the best option to go when you're doing something for outdoors, but this will do for the use that we need it for. So the next part is the floor, but we need to go get that, and we're gonna switch from using the 3 1/4 smooth shanks to the 2 3/8 ring shanks. So that'll have a little bit more hold to it and not have the nails be popping out over time. You could also use screws. So this is one of the dogs that we're building it for, and then Bozo. Hey Bozo, he's the new addition to the family. Huh? I actually lied. So what we're gonna do instead of going to the store right away is lay out the rest of the walls and slap those together. Then once we do that, we'll head out. That way we're not going to the store before we really need to. So So I messed up when I was crowning and flipped the board around so that our markings are on the opposite side of what they need to be. What I'm doing is I'm just tracing it over the top, turning it, tracing it back down the other side. I gotta get a new SD card for the GoPro. It keeps failing on me. But you guys are trusty, don't worry. You're not going nowhere. Back from the hardware store, we got some subfloor, 2 pieces through 3/4 of an inch thick. We also got more cinder block, kind of shore up the frame a little bit more. So we're gonna lay this down and we'll go in with the nailer, tidy it up. Wait, it's upside down. Yeah, that's what I thought. We're gonna be 3 inches short. We forgot that if we do floor assembly this big, that 2 4x8 sheets won't be enough, and it has left a gap in the center. Our solution right now is to just put a piece 2x4 there. Eventually what you can do is rip another piece of subfloor and put it in there, or plywood eventually, but prices right now on plywood are very expensive. So we're just gonna go with this, nail down the subfloor, build the frame on top of it. Now switch to 2 3/8 inch ring shank nails. This should hold the subfloor down. Forgot to record it, but we got the first wall, and this thing's looking huge. Time to nail it down. Look at all this wall. Freaking tall, dude.
It is tall.
I wanted to do half this height. We gotta still put a roof on this friggin' thing.
Yeah, we should cut it down.
Snap a line and cut the 2x4s. It's way too tall. We'll have like a friggin' church. What we're gonna end up doing is actually cut this wall down to 6 feet, and we're gonna repurpose the 2-foot sections that we have left for inside divider walls in the actual dog barn part. And we're gonna cut the rest of these guys on the ground. I wanted it to support that wall, but we'll just do this. That height difference is a little bit better. This looks just a little bit more, I know that camera makes it hard to tell. This wall is huge, way too big. 6-foot wall, 8-foot wall. Well, we messed up. As you can see, this is about a 1/2 inch off of where we needed to be on the stud. So we're gonna take the wall off and pivot it in, because the back is 92 minus like an 1/8 inch, and then this is 92 plus a 1/2 inch. Fixed wall is in place. Time to measure and see if we got it right. Man, I wish I knew how to use measuring tapes. Oh my Lanta. This wall, we need to cut height-wise shorter, length-wise shorter. Caca on my square. Well, we won't have a measure. Oh, this one. Yeah, I know. The bubblies are cold. Mm-hmm. It's snowing! It's snowing! now everything's the same height. Just got a nail on the top plate there. We got the OSHA approved grandfather's old wooden ladder.
Better than the ladder we don't have.
It's not the ladder we want, but it's the ladder we need. What we want to do with this back wall is actually at this joint right here, lay another plate that crosses over from this wall, ties it all in, makes it one unit.
Don't call me baby.
Adding in that little tie definitely made it feel better. I like that. We're losing sunlight. All right, this is the first wall we actually get to do right. So what we're doing right now is marking up our door wall, and what we're gonna end up doing is, this is 16 inches on center. What we're gonna do is actually move the main stud over to here, and this is gonna be the stud that holds up our header, and then in between this, and we're leaving this one out, and this, that'll be our door. Now I need to measure and cut the header. Header's in, just gotta measure the, it's not a cripple, but stud, the sister stud to this. All right, why don't we stand the wall up? Keep going. There you go. There you go. Yeah. Got the bottom a bit. 30 minutes till, well, 40 minutes till sundown. Last wall up. Let's get that top plate on. Done just before the sundown. Okay, back at it today. Paulo's got a brand new ladder here, holds up to 250 pounds.
Blue.
Nice and blue. Just like the sky today. Yeah, so that should just barely hold me. And what are we gonna do? We're gonna do the roof. Wow, it's a nice day out. Yeesh. Gotta put a roof on this, which is gonna be the first roof I've ever framed up, as well as Paulo. So we're gonna measure the roof, use a little Pythagorean theorem, figure out all three sides of our triangle. There's something about a nice ladder, man. Minus a 16. So we're gonna do 32 by 98 3/4. And since I'm so good at math, I Googled it, and the hypotenuse is 58.52. Fun today. We're just having fun today, guys. You can do all the mathematics, but I do need to do more research on it. You come in here for professionals. We're in development. It'd be better to have a miter saw, but so I use a sawhorse, dude. Oh, I think we just have the top angle wrong. Yeah. We have had such a hard time figuring out this roof, and I don't know if it's because we're dumb, or if it's because
user error,
or like what if we just completely built like the frame wrong, or I really don't know what's going on at all. So
it could be a viable answer.
The roof is not going to be to code for now, because we need to do some edumacating ourselves here. And we're just gonna be putting a tarp roof on this for the summer. So we have some time to think about it and talk to some people and figure it out. But yeah, the roof one is really throwing us for a loop. We just can't cut those right. I'm like, oh, this is how it's gonna be, folks. Redneck. Sorry. That's looking awesome. So guys, Paulo went through and put up the siding, cut the door out. Siding's looking pretty good. He used screws for that. And then we got the tarp hanging over the top. And then in here, so you can see he kind of closed the gap there in the middle because we measured, but subfloor feels good, dude. You got the center wall going up, and you can gotta see now exactly where the dogs are gonna be. So there'll be one in here, and plenty of room for them to walk around, and it's actually pretty well covered. He's got some extra 2x4s up here just as a shelf for material storage. Plywood the wall. And then he's gonna build doors right here. And he's actually gonna make it so it's kind of pushes up against this 2x4 so they can't get out. But yeah, it's looking awesome, man. Woo, it's windy and cold, but Paulo's done a lot more. He's got the door up. Let's check this out. He said that there was an issue. Yeah, you can see it right here. Some of the plywood's starting to bow. Obviously it's because it got wet, but it could be because of the screws, and it could be because of the spacing of each sheet. But it looks okay. Door's pretty, door's got a little bit of a bow to it. So maybe not get this type of material as the siding if you don't plan on painting it right away. But check that out. Look at that. A little dark in here, but he's got leash spot for the dogs. Then in here, he's got the doors that he built with this sort of wall here, and then a lock down there so you can lock it in and have the dogs back there. I guess one of the dogs is trying to jump over this, but it's got the divider wall in there, a little bit more support just to keep the rain off, and storage is all there and everything too. So it's looking good, looking good. I love this. This is so cool. Puppers, you guys liking your new home? All right, guys, so that was our first structure, first project we used the framing nailer on, and certainly the first time framing for me. It came out okay. There's definitely some issues, like we forgot to compensate for the thickness of the 2x4s. We're gonna finish up the roof probably at the end of summer, and so thank you guys for watching. Don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe if you guys have any tips for me. Leave in the comment section. I'll see you guys next time on Down the Frame.
Ready? Go bed.
Oh, it's so good.
No, I said stay in bed. Go bed. Go bed. You're recording me. Is it good in there?
All the time.